What's up, worldwide? This is Ali, your friendly neighborhood podcaster, and you are tuned in to the True to the Game.biz podcast, where on my channel, it's all about teaching business owners to think like business owners. Now, you may say, wait, Ali. Don't business owners already think like business owners? You would be surprised. Many of them don't. And why is that? Because almost every single business owner started off as an employee. And for one reason or another, they decided that, you know what, it's time for me to quit this job. Whether it was the way that their boss talked to them, or they just got tired of that 9-to-5 grind, coming in every day, clocking in the same time, doing the same job, punching out the same day. They got tired of it. COVID hit, so that was where everybody was. It seemed like everybody was starting a business when COVID hit. So for whatever reason, these employees transitioned into entrepreneurs. And what many of them did is they brought that same employee thinking into the entrepreneurial world. And what a lot of us don't understand is that although it is easy to start a business, it is not easy to stay in business. But thank God for technology, right? In this day and time, the average person who knows what they're doing can start a business in 3 days. They could form their own LLC, get an EIN number, a business address, business phone, set up a one-page website, and then boom, they off to the races. But just because you could set up a business in 3 days doesn't mean that you should set up a business in 3 days. The transition from employee to entrepreneur takes time and a willingness to learn. A lot of new entrepreneurs aren't patient. Many new entrepreneurs became entrepreneurs because they thought they were going to get fast money. They thought they was going to get that overnight money. They thought they were going to open their doors or put up their websites, and that they were literally going to have people walking in their doors or start buying stuff from their website. Oftentimes, it doesn't happen that way. It could take weeks, even months, before a business can start seeing significant sales. It's like planting a seed. You don't expect to water it and in a few hours see a stem. You know that it's going to take time. It's going to be a while before you see the fruits of your labor. It's like going into a gym and you do a couple reps of curls and you expect your biceps to be bigger. Or you expect, or you're on a treadmill and you run for a half hour and you expect to lose 10 pounds. You know that's not realistic. You know that's not going to happen. So why would it happen in any other area in your life? Why would you think that you can start a business in 3 days and expect money to come rolling in? It just doesn't work that way. An entrepreneur who thinks like a boss understands this and is willing to put in the work in order to reap the future rewards. Entrepreneurs also understand that they're going to have to put in a lot of work. You can't expect to punch in at 7 and punch out at 3. That's what employees do. You are no longer an employee. You're a boss now. That means that you should be first in and last out. That means that you're going to be working 12 to 16 hour days, 7 days a week. That's your new norm. Success for most entrepreneurs come at a heavy price. I can't just run out and go get the newest iPhone like I used to when I was an employee. I'm gonna have to hang on to that iPhone 10 for a few more years probably. I can't go to the club and pop bottles with my mans in them and get the VIP treatment like I used to. I may have to pass on that for a year or 2 or maybe 3. There's gonna be long hours. There's gonna be ended relationships in order to be successful. Ended relationships. How many of you know of entrepreneurs that risked it all to the point where their boyfriend or their girlfriend couldn't take it? They were constantly working, didn't want to go out, didn't want to spend quality time with them. It got to the point where their partner said, I can't do this. I'm tired of you putting your business before me. I'm tired of you working these long hours, and then when it's time for us to spend time, now you're tired. You just want to take a shower and go to bed, and I get no quality time. I'm tired of this. And we had to make a decision. They made us make a decision. Either you slow down on your workflow or I'm out of here. And how many of you know of entrepreneurs that chose their dream and they allowed that relationship to dissolve? We don't think about that type of sacrifice when we're first starting our business. All we're thinking about is making a whole lot of money. When in actuality, it's in reverse. We're going to be spending a whole lot of money. You got to put into your business. You got to constantly feed your business. Even if you're getting some kind of profit or making some kind of money off the business, guess what? You got to turn that money around and put it back into the business so you can make more. A lot of us are trying to get a business just so that we can use the money to buy ourselves materialistic things. If that's your mindset, that is not a mindset of a boss. That is not a mindset of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is about his money or her money. It's not about what my business can buy me. And let me put you on to some game. Most of the successful entrepreneurs, before they even took their first step on their journey of success, they were already successful in their mind. They were already there. Mentally, they were where they wanted to be. All they had to do now was allow their reality to catch up. That's the difference between a boss and an employee. A boss doesn't just jump in head first with no plan and just, I'm going to figure it out on the way. No, the boss plans everything to a T, to the point where he can see his success. He's already there. He has already been successful. He just now has to put it into practice so it can become a reality. To be able to experience your success only comes from having the patience to know what you want, and then the patience to figure it out. When entrepreneurs start on their journey, they're not afraid to ask questions. They're not afraid to be a student, because let me put you on to some game. The only shortcut in life is doing things right the first time. I'm going to repeat that. The only shortcut in life is doing things right the first time. So the entrepreneur or the boss knows that, listen, I don't have the time nor the money to work on like a trial and error model. Believe me, I did that when I first started, and I still kick myself in the behind to this day. I'm going to learn on my own. I'm just going to go on YouTube University and learn what I got to learn, and then trial and error, and then figure it out from there. And I wasted thousands of dollars. I wasted thousands of hours trying to learn things that something that I could have learned from a mentor in 1 hour. Sometimes used to take me 2 or 3 days to figure out. I was better off just paying a mentor to teach me the game, as opposed to me just running out there on the field and just trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening. Oh, okay, I see what's happening here. I see what I got to do. I think I got to do this. Too much time. Something that we can never get more of, and that we can never get back. An entrepreneur who was first starting their business should not be afraid to learn. Business owners or entrepreneurs with the employee mindset want to come up with the ideas and the answer themselves. They want to reinvent the wheel. They want to learn from trial and error. And oh my God, I was one of those. Yeah, I was one of those. And believe me, it is not worth it in no shape, form, or fashion. Stop thinking that you're going to come up with an innovative idea that no one has ever thought of before. You're going to come up with a product that no one has ever thought of before. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Isn't it easier to walk a paved path than a dirt road. So stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Do what every other successful entrepreneur does. Improve upon it. That's what every successful entrepreneur does. They don't start from scratch. They learn from those who came before them and they improve upon their ideas. Think of all the great business minds of our time. Did Steve Jobs invent the telephone? Did Bill Gates invent the computer? No, they improved upon them. A few tweaks here, a few tweaks there, and boom, we have the iPhone. Boom, we have the Apple computer. Boom, we have Microsoft. We go from clunky computers that took up whole rooms to a computer that can now fit on your lap. And as a wise person once told me, the only thing new under the sun is the history that you don't know. Hold on. Let me put you onto some game. The only thing new under the sun is the history you don't know. Just think about that. So that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. I hope you got some good information from this podcast. And until next week, get out of your head and get into the game.